Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we're recording quite late. I genuinely just forgot that I haven't recorded an Animal Crossing episode yet, so here we are now. But okay, I do have a Monday and a Tuesday episode next week. So I was considering recording some 9 Souls, but then I was again like my stomach's been so weird recently. So I was just like, I'm not going to do it. Good evening everyone, I'm here with a late night broadcast. Hope I can make it through this. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 1:06 AM on Monday, January 12th, 2026. Oh, it should be 1:06 on Sunday, January 11th, 2026. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to talk about, necessarily. I mean, I want to say what's very exciting is Animal Crossing 3.0 is coming up pretty soon, right? Isn't it like 3 days or something? 3 days, 4 days? I can't remember exactly. Which should have a lot of nice little upgrades and all that stuff. This is also something which I spoke about on the stream today, that I was thinking about. Like, I actually slept on it and I thought about it, and I was like, it would, regarding a thumbnail art, because I was working on it last night again. Like, I actually picked up a brush again to actually try and continue, and I was like, it's such a shame that this thumbnail art would only get like 1 month in the spotlight because I put it off for so long. And then I thought about it more, and I spoke with a friend before about it, and they were like, did you consider like just using it for next year? And I was like, yeah, that's true, but then that means this year stuck with like an MS Paint one, which feels kind of sucky. But no, I've come back around on it because I'm like, I really like this year's next year's, spoiler, thumbnail art, because I put a lot of soul into it, and that's essentially why I burned out on it, because I put, it's definitely too much. So I've actually decided about what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thumbnail art, which I'm currently working on, and I'm going to bring it into the next year one. I'm going to bring it into next year as a year 6 thumbnail art. Instead, which does mean that I will change the outfit here that we're wearing, because it's like it's not too accurate, mind you. It's like sort of there, but it's like it's not really captured the spirit, because the spirit bit has changed, I suppose, while I was doing it as well. So what I'm going to do is, for the one I'm currently working on, I'm going to release it as the year 6 thumbnail art, so it will come out in 2 months, and then I'm going to retroactively do a thumbnail art for this year. It'll be a lot simpler in scope. I'm basically swapping the order of kind of what I had idea-wise, kind of. So basically, the original idea what I was going to do for year 6, I'm now going to do for year 7 instead. The one I have currently, which is year 5, I'm going to put for year 6, but I made up a new one to do for year 5, which would be fit this outfit and also be considerably simpler, so I can do it in far less time. Because it's like, it's a bit of a shame to sort of bench what this thumbnail art could have been for a couple of months or something. So instead I'm going to have it be the daily uploads, and then we'll just go back and fill in the blank. I do have a concept for the one which will be for this year. Again, it's going to be significantly more low-key. I think it's going to be, I would say, a cute one, rather than necessarily this one is very sort of like mature, maybe is what I put. Not mature as in like explicit mature, but like a mature as in like a, it feels more like grown up in a way. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. So that gives me time. So I was just like, okay, yeah, I can probably finish this thumbnail art, especially if I keep working on it. I will say that probably most of this week will be me solidifying the details of the D&D sessions, because D&D will be starting up with a joint session this Friday, and then we'll be starting up with regular D&D sessions next week again. Hopefully by that point my stomach is not so weird. I think it must be something I've eaten or something. I don't know. Who knows? It's not too bad, but it is enough to be like, well. To make me feel like a little bit nauseous, but not too nauseous. Anyway, that's it. That's a thumbnail art plans. So yeah, I will also say I'm pretty sure I've got a mouse issue once again, where it's now duplicating my clicks all over, which does kind of suck. Like, don't get me wrong, like, because it basically went away for ages and now it's come back and I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do about that? I don't know. So I guess I need to return it and find something else. Find another mouse to use in the meanwhile, which I do have another mouse. I don't remember where I put it, but I do have one somewhere. The old one, which I switched out for it. So yeah. So really this is about sort of exchanges. I'm exchanging this mouse. I should actually do that because it has come back again. And I got it via Amazon. I mean, I did it before where I was just like, how do I return it? I tried to do it through Logitech and they were like, you don't need to do it through Logitech. I had to do it through Amazon because that's where you bought it from. And I was like, okay, fair enough, I guess. What's this called? It's called a Superlight. And I initially did it such that I was going to return it and then the issue disappeared literally when I did it, so then I cancelled the return. So now I'm going to bring it back in, and if I remember correctly, I think my spare mouse is in this drawer down here, my electronics drawer. If not, I'll find a mouse, like it won't be that big a deal. But it is a little bit annoying. Like I haven't had this mouse for that long. Like it's still under the warranty, as far as I know. Perhaps I should open up the G-Hub as well, just make sure that I've got the sort of hotfix which I've done. Like, yeah, the hotfix I've done is basically toned down the report rate a significant amount, and it's still just kind of like this. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. I don't know. It's not very often that I've exchanged something or like returned something under warranty. When I said that, I've spoken about it before. I did it with Paper Mario. I'm trying to think if I did it for any computer parts. I don't think so. I think the closest thing with computer parts is I was very confused when my delivery was for ages, and when it turned out it got delivered to the wrong address for a while. When a neighbour was like, yeah, we were on holiday, we came back and we saw this. And they gave it to me. And I was like, what? We've been there for like 3 weeks or something. Because I had received everything apart from the motherboard, and I was like, where's the motherboard? And hey ho, here we go. It turned up eventually. But yeah. It's all about a sort of exchange. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably have to figure out exactly how that works as well. Because I can't remember, it's like I had to post it back or something. Along the lines, which, you know, it's a bit of a hassle. It's not the worst thing in the world, mind you, but it's even more annoying, like clicking on things and having it like double click accidentally come up with something else, and like, that's not what I wanted. But yeah. Hopefully that'll be fine. I'll be able to get my mouse again and be able to use it without huge amounts of double clicking, and stuff will be good. What other stuff's going on? Umamusume. I've got 3 aces at the moment for the next Champions meet, which will be in a week's time. Luckily the rate has slowed down a little bit. And I was considering just reusing my gold chip, but no, I actually, you know, it turns out Christmas Ogre is extremely easy to build. I've even built like some contingencies into her, and I've run her in some room matches, and she is doing extremely well. When she hits, my Manhattan Cafe is also doing pretty well. And turns out my Noche Station not doing as well as I thought. She was carrying before, but now that my other Umas have been improved, she's no longer carrying. So I'm going to do a couple more rounds on Noche Station. I'm going to try the Wits build because like I can still use her as is. Like I'm pretty sure I'll make it to A finals. That's all I care about, is make it to A finals, and then if I'm lucky I'll win the A finals. My track record has not proven very good thus far. I think I've got less than 50% win rate at A finals, which is crazy, because I definitely have higher than 50% win rate in general. Sometimes you just get unlucky. Such is the way. But I also need to look forward to the next 2 Champions meet, because the next 2 Champion meets are going to be quite difficult, because one of them is a Sprint Champions meet, which is the first sprint we've ever had, and I've been looking ahead at like what to build for it. I think I might just run triple pace chaser. I might run double pace 1 late, to be fair. And I'm undecided, because I'm probably going to run Karan-chan, Fuji Kiseki, Gold City, mainly because they're going to be easy to run. But part of me does want to run Super Creek, because I have got Halloween Super Creek, and she's apparently pretty good. And she'd probably, I don't know who necessarily she would replace. Gold City maybe. I don't know if Triple Pace is any good though. Apparently Pace Chasers are just very good with this. Mainly because front runners have no acceleration. Okay, that's enough Boom Miss may talk. But yeah. I'm excited for a lot of the new sort of like gacha game patches coming out, like the new Genshin patches coming out next week. It's going to be exciting. I cannot wait for the new Zenison Zero patch, right? Idol's Illusion, I've been waiting for so long. Aria, my most anticipated character. Star, I'm just sort of like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, you know. The next characters have some very, very pretty cool animations, but I'm not like as jazzed, you know, about it. I'm just like, yeah, you know, I'm here for a ride. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. But after this, I'm gonna go listen to a Music League. I listened to about a quarter of it, and I'm like, okay, I need to like finish it off. To be honest, like I have some votes down already. Let's see, I've listened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs. How many? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, yeah, so about a quarter. Certainly a lot more to listen to, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But yes, I was going to open up, there we go, a YouTube playlist to actually listen to it. I've also been having a good time listening to Smosh videos, you know, tuning into the Smosh podcast and all that. Not the podcast, sorry. It's actually them reading Reddit stories, which, you know, definitely if I was younger, I'd be like, what's the point of doing that? I'd just read Reddit story myself. But it's actually kind of fun to listen to people talk about it, because from what I can tell, Smosh people are actually like pretty reasonable. So it's nice to listen to reasonable people talk about it, you know, as something just in the background. I get it, like this is my second monitor content. It's spreading a whole which Northern Lion, like, usually, but, you know, sometimes I don't want to listen to something comedic, you know. Not that there aren't jokes, I suppose, while they're doing it, but, like, it's just wild. It's sort of like listening to creative writing, because I don't believe that half of these stories are actually true. So many of these must be, like, fake, or I hope would be fake or made up. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I don't know, it's a nice time. I'm excited for the D&D group session. Like, I think it'll be hopefully fun. Like, we had a group session before. This is sort of a Grabbag, I think, of conversations and what I'm having right now. But we had a group session before, and I will say, with full honesty, I think it was probably the worst arc we've had in D&D for both campaigns. Both from my perspective and probably from the player's perspective, because so many people did not like that arc. And obviously they're like being polite. I mean, sometimes you can definitely tell they're getting frustrated, and I was getting frustrated because I was like, what the heck's going on, you know? Like, this is a core pillar of D&D, but so many people would end up disliking it. I said it before, like, to some of them. I was just like, I was getting actually extremely frustrated. I was like, I was strongly considering just being like, I'm gonna like retroactively update everything, or just be like, I'm gonna just take a break from D&D for a bit. But I pushed on through it anyway, and I'm glad we're past it, because now we're onto some really good arcs, really juicy stuff, and it was a learning experience to understand what people did and didn't like necessarily. Because if you didn't know before, like, actually the joint session was kind of mostly fine, if a bit like meh. But like the joint session, I was like leading up to it, and I was going to be like, okay, you know, maybe it'll be like a one-on-one fight, but I'm going to set it up to be like a fight between them, and then actually sort of like pull the rug out from under them, because I don't really want them fighting each other. You know, like, if it was something that they were all like super excited about to fight each other, then yeah, I would continue as it is, but I'd be like, no, it's going to be a collaborative fight instead. Oh man, just thinking about like the lead up to it was kind of crazy about it. But yes, this one, it's a completely different sort of vibe. I guess to hopefully not give too many spoilers away if any of my players are watching, but it's sort of like in its own world, so whatever they do is not going to influence the outside world. It's kind of sandboxy. They can do whatever. Like, it should be full of really fun RP moments between them, and there's potential for combat. There shouldn't be unless they do something weird. To be honest, and like, because the other one was very combat heavy. I want this one to not be combat heavy. I want it to be more sort of exploratory, kind of, is probably how I describe it. I'm not, but I don't want it to skew too much into like being like big character developments, because it would probably feel weird in a point. I mean, there's opportunity, I think, for character developments, because it gives like different dynamics, so that should be exciting. So maybe that still plays into the exchange, exchanging one pillar for another in D&D for this joint session. And then it's going to be real tough getting back into the actual campaigns, because we're at like really big moments lore-wise, so I don't know how that's going to happen. But that's all future me. And anyway, I'm going to round this episode up here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.